Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I am going to be doing this large tray that I have here. And I am going to be using some of these butterfly stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. I have some big ones, I've got some small ones, and some medium-sized ones. So we're going to use those today, and what I'm going to do is I am finishing mixing up my resin, which my timer just went off for. And then I have about 12 ounces of resin mixed in between two different cups. And what I'm going to do is use this Folk Art Black, just a little, couple drops of that. I don't want it to be like solid black. And then I'm going to use these two glitters just a little bit to mix in, and I'm going to put a layer of that down first, and then I'm going to let it cure but not fully, and then I will put the butterfly, I will arrange the butterflies and then pour a clear coat on top of that. So we're going to go ahead and do that first, and then we'll come back and we'll put the butterflies on. So let's go ahead and mix our, and I'm sorry, I just realized you can see the light in here from my lighting, but it's just the way it is at the moment. I can't fix that. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a little bit in there. And this is about 4 ounces, and this cup is 8 ounces, so I've got 12 ounces total. And I'm going to drop a little bit more in this cup since I've got that piece looks a little bit, if your paint comes out a little chunky, I would not put that in there. It looked all like clumpy for some reason, so I'm gonna add a little bit. There we go. Take the clumps out. You don't want that to get in there because it'll stay clumpy. Okay, so this is good. I don't know if you can see, but it's still slightly transparent. It's not fully opaque. Actually, I'm going to turn my other light on here. There we go. We can see a little bit better. Sorry about that. Maybe you can see a little better now. So yeah, it's still transparent a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and mix the other one. I may need to add a little bit more to this one. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I need a little bit more because that one's still really transparent compared to the other one. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. So you can see the black, but it's still slightly transparent. And you want to make sure, I cleaned this mold out already, but there's glitter everywhere in this craft room, so somehow it just gets in there even though you clean it out. Alright, so now I'm going to dump a little bit of each of these, and I want just a little bit. I always end up putting too much, so I'm going to put just a little bit. Because if you saw my last video of the coasters with the leaves, I didn't seem like I put very much of the glitter, but once they were dried, to me it was a little too much. So, like I said, I'm going to add just a little bit of these. And we'll see. I'd rather have not enough than too much, because then you might not be able to see very well the butterflies and all that. Okay, so that looks good. It's just a little bit of a glow, a shimmer. Make sure that's mixed in well. And I'm going to go ahead and mix this guy. And the reason, in case you're wondering, the reason why I mixed in two separate cups is I do have a larger cup than these, but when you start mixing large batches, the resin can flash cure on you, and you don't want that. So for me, because I'm still somewhat new to resin, I want to make sure that doesn't happen to me, because I did have that happen once, and the resin gets super, super hot super quickly, and then it just starts to cure. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and dump this in here, and then we're gonna let it, actually I see some more stuff in there that should not be in there, so let's get this out real quick. This is also the problem with working outside, because it's dusty and everything blows around, and it's okay if there's a little bit of paint in there. That's not going to mess anything up because I have paint on my hands, but all right, that's pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and dump this in. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. All right, and now I'm gonna dump this other. And I think I've mentioned, and maybe mentioned in previous videos, that you don't need to fill your molds all the way full if you don't want to. So this one takes a lot of resin. As of right now, like I said, this is 12 ounces here, and this is not even filling the mold. It maybe does like halfway. So I'm just gonna make sure this gets all the way to the edges. And then actually what I'm going to do during this step 2 to make sure that I have handles that are going to go in here, and to make sure that the handles are not way up at the top of the tray, I'm going to put them in now. And see, actually, if you look at this, this kind of looks a little bit grayish. It's like a grayish black. In some parts it looks gray, in some parts it looks black. Alright, so we're gonna let that sit there. Take these off. Alright, so these are the handles that I have. Normally when you buy handles, they don't have this piece here when you buy handles specifically for trays, but this one is... I got these for someone on Facebook Marketplace was giving these away, and these are actually drawer pulls for furniture. And I actually like these better because these will stand up straight. Let me show you another one I have. So when you buy on Amazon specifically for tray molds, you're gonna get this. And this one is already all messed up because I had a hard time getting it to stay straight and standing upright. So I like these ones better just because they have that flat piece that will help it stay in place. So, and before I put those on really quick, I'm just gonna quickly torch to get any air bubbles out. And something got in here. I want to get this out before, there we go, before. Okay, so just quickly torch, get the air bubbles out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys in. So I'm just going to, you just kind of eyeball it. You could measure if you want to, but I just kind of eyeball it and let those set into place. And again, this is just going to help make it a little more sturdy as opposed to having it on the top, just the top layer after I let this dry. All right, so that looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna let that sit there, and we're gonna let that cure. not all the way. And then we'll come back and we'll put the butterflies on, and then we'll put a top coat of a clear top coat. All right, I'll see you guys for the next step in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been about 4 hours since I poured in the black with the glitter. So now what we're gonna do is stick these butterflies on there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start placing these butterflies on here. I'm just gonna kind of let them drop, and I kind of do it this way too, because when it's still a tiny bit tacky and sticky, because when I've done it before, like the last leaf video you saw, if it's not sticky, they can lift up a little bit. And when it lifts up, sometimes before the resin is, cured, I kind of poke it back down a little bit, but that can kind of sometimes cause air bubbles, and you don't want that either. So you kind of have to figure out how you want it to look, what your end result is going to be. All right, so I'm just sticking these in here. You kind of want to, you can put it however you like, but I kind of want to spread them out and have them not all exactly be, exactly the same or straight. I'm putting them kind of at an angle. Some will be straight. And I'm trying to decide, I may not put this last one in because I think this might be enough with the two big ones here and then these small ones. So we'll see. Let's see, where do I want to put this one? Put this one down here, I guess. And then let's see, I'll put this last one maybe up here. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's good. I'm not going to put any more. And I've got my resin mixed up that I did off camera. And again, this is just going to be a clear coat of resin on top of this. And I mixed up 8 ounces. And it may not fill it completely, which is fine, because like I said, you don't need to fill it all the way to the top, because this takes a lot of resin otherwise. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pour in. And you want to pour from the center and let it disperse out, because you don't want to get it on top of the handle. And it's at the stage now where I can kind of move it if I need to get the resin to move around. So I'm just going to start pouring in and let it go out. So I will see you guys probably tomorrow morning to show you the results of this. Hey guys, welcome back. And it's the next day, and this butterfly tray has cured. And before I show you that though, I wanted to show you really quick. I did something off camera. I didn't tape it because it was just very simple, but I did these coasters here with some of these, when my husband and I got married almost 12 years ago, let me see if you can see there. These are pieces of the flour that was on our cake. It was made out of gum paste, I think. And all this time I had it, and it was still in the flower shape. And the other day I dropped it. And because it's hard, and it's been 12 years, it cracked. So I decided to make coasters out of them. So that way we could still keep it and have something fun. So I just did, you know, these simple little coasters. It's just got the pieces in there. And then, I don't know what these are called. Let me see if I can, but these little pieces here were also part of, like in the middle of the flower. And again, these coasters, you can do either side because the color on the flower was on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. So I just wanted to show you these real quick before we get to the results of the butterfly tray. So they're all pretty much the same, just, you know, different layout. So I did just 4 of these guys, and so we'll have these as a little remembrance of the wedding since the flower broke. So there you go. So I just wanted to show you those real quick. They're just, I added, not sure if you can see on camera, but I added clear resin with just a tint of purple. I used, oh, here it is. Little Lee and Rose Live Mix number 79. And I just put a tiny amount in there. You guys know I seem to go overboard when it comes to glitter, so I wanted to make sure that I did not do that this time. So there's that, and let's get on to the reveal of this mold. Here we go. And I ended up having to fill this up all the way, even though I didn't want to because it takes a lot of resin. I did because I had a little bit of an issue. You can't see it now, but somewhere around here and over here, something got in it and I had to pick it out, and it was already kind of drying and all that good stuff. So what I did is, because it made it all bumpy and raised and it was just a mess, I used, this is not necessarily a good one, but I used this Dremel tool. It's one meant for nails, but it's all I had, so I used it to grind it down and make it flat and smooth again so it wasn't all bumpy. And then I put another coat of clear resin on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. So that's why I had to fill it all the way full. Alright guys, so here it is. Let me see if I can get you back a little bit. Yep, so there we go. So here's the tray, and I absolutely love the way it came out. And just a recommendation, especially if you're doing this outside, I'm probably going to end up keeping this for myself, so it's okay. But, or if you're in a room like I am, where dust and particles can get in, I'm not sure if you can see on camera. Let me see if I can bring you up a little closer. Where my finger is right there. Let me see if I could go this way. Yes, so right there where my finger is, there's something, a piece of twig or something from outside. So what I normally do, which I didn't with this one, is I'll use one of these guys. It's a food, like when you're going on a picnic and you want to cover your food. So it makes like this. Let me see if I can hold it up for you so you can see. So you see how it makes like a tent, and it covers the whatever it is that you're doing. So I should have done that, but I didn't. So it's all right. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this one for myself, so it's no big deal. But if you're making things to sell, you want to make sure that the room that you're in doesn't have anything that can get on it, or even if you do, it's just best to do that anyways, just to be on the safe side. So, and same thing right here, a little bit got into here, so it is what it is, no big deal. But anyway, so here it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, my package for Little Lee and Rose Spectacular finally said that it had shipped, so it should be here any day now. and I will go ahead and make a video of everything I got showing you guys, and then you can let me know what you want to see in the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!